there, beautiful souls. I am so excited to share this with you guys. I just got off of a really powerful training with my clients, and I wanted to share some of the insights with you. So the conversation was about manifestation. Like, you literally are the most amazing manifester. Like, you manifest things like this. Oh, that clicker's not working, right? Like, you manifest things super quick. And you say, yeah, but where is it? Well, the thing is, lots of times we manifest all kinds of things that we, aren't necessarily what we want. And then every once in a while you'll be like, yes, like you'll have an intentional manifestation that came around, like that goal, or maybe a free cup of coffee, or, extra money in the bank account, or whatever, right? But you literally are manifesting all the time. So how do you become a more intentional manifester? Well, you need to understand what manifesting is first. Like, it's not magic. It's not like you pulling something out of thin air, or someone just coming and dropping something off at you, right? Like, it takes a little bit of focus and knowing the steps. So first, you need to know what it is that you want, right? And I literally do a class on this. So I'm just going to give you the highlights. You know what you want, and then we ask for it, right? So, you ask, and then like you feel into it, and like you feel as if you already have it, right? And then you let it go. So, and then you just wait for it to show up, and not like looking, but you're in that joyful expectation. Like you make a order on Amazon and you know it's coming, and you just are waiting in joyful expectation. Okay. That's all good, right? Like, that sounds amazing. But it also sounds like, yeah, that's a little woo-woo, and I don't know how that's actually going to happen. Okay. So here are some deeper aspects of it. You have to become a vibrational match for what it is that you desire, right? What the heck does that mean, Kelly? What the heck does that mean? Okay, so literally everything in our world is energy, right? Like, air is energy. Like, this book is literally just energy put into this form. Like, it's vibrating at a specific frequency that gives it this space to fill. So your emotions have vibration, right? So have you ever had someone walk in the door that was like raging pissed off, and like you felt their energy? Or maybe you were standing at the front of a line and you felt like, God, it feels like someone's looking at me. And you look back and someone's staring you down. Like, they were expressing, that was their energy in motion. You were receiving it. Okay. So your thoughts create a vibration. They create a feeling, right? And not all thoughts, like, you have a vibration or a feeling about, right? Like, there's lots of thoughts that go through your mind, like, holy crap, they're like, you scroll on Facebook and there's a ton of things that don't give you anything, you aren't emotionally attached to it. You don't have like care. And then there's that one that like, oh, it activates you. Either it makes you laugh and you're like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. Or it really lit a fire under your butt and you're like, right? Like, gives you that emotion. That is vibration, right? So what we get emotionally connected with is what you align yourself with. You're a vibrational match for that thing in that moment. That's why you attracted it. That's why you connected with it. So you say, yeah, Kelly, I don't get it, right? Like, Or maybe you do get it and you're like, yes, that makes sense. And there's a reason, like, have you ever like had something happen and you're like, man, I just want to have someone to like vent to and commiserate with me, like hang out in my muck with me, right? And then you'll find someone that's willing to listen to you, and then they'll kind of feed back to you what you want to hear, right? Like, and keep feeding that pool of that emotion or energy that you're feeling, right? Or if you're like, I just want to be around happy people, then you'll have things that bring joy and laughter and happiness to you, whether it's kids or maybe like a meme or something that comes across or a thought that comes up. Like, you'll attract that, right? So it's just like they say, birds of a feather flock together. Energy is attracted to like energy, right? So all of the things going on in your life right now, you are a vibrational match with. Sorry to say, it just is the truth. It's the law of the universe. It's the law of attraction, right? Which is a secondary law to the law of vibration. Okay. So that's great. Now we know that what we're feeling, what we think creates an emotion, which puts us in a vibration. And then that's what we connect with. Like it puts us into an action that we manifest, right? So how do you control that? That is the key. So I want you to know that your emotions are the key to your manifestations. And you're like, yeah, Kelly, I would love to manifest more of what I want. And I'm going to tell you, it is as simple as focusing only on what you want, right? And you say, yes, that sounds so good. But we know that we are in the habit of thinking in a certain way, right? Your thoughts, you have all of these unconscious thoughts. You have this unconscious program that just runs, right? And so maybe you're not consciously thinking of anything, but all of a sudden you find yourself in like feeling down or feeling a little low or feeling really happy and you're like, oh, that's interesting. Where'd that come from? Right? Like your emotions are just the guidance system. It's like it's like a rocket going to the moon. Like it's always correcting itself, right? Your emotions are that connecting force for you. So if you find this interesting and you would love to become a more intentional manifestor, then it is essential that you learn the power of your mind and you learn how to deprogram a lot of the thinking that you do and learn how, which affects how you feel and your emotions. And it also is imperative that you become more aware of how you are feeling, right? Because emotions are energy in motion, okay? And that may just go right over your head. And if it does, don't worry about it, okay? But you need to start paying attention to how you're feeling, because when you're in that sense of feeling, that is where you are creating from. And that is what is going to come right back to you, either tomorrow or the next day, next week, next month, next year, probably sooner than that, right? So you are a freaking amazing manifestor, and you need to learn how to think the thoughts that you want to think, change the ones that you don't, change that program, right? Because we are in a habit of thinking the same things and feeling the same things that we've always felt. And that's why one day seems to look like the next, right? And like this year looks like last year, and you thought this was your year and then it wasn't, and it seems like the same thing from the last year, right? Like this is how you change that. And this is how you create more intentionally. And that is what I want to help you with. So if you would love to discover more about this, I would love to have a conversation with you and just explore what it is that you want. And through that conversation, I will be able to pull out like different things that, from the words that you speak and how you come across and all that, to give you insight on how to do this better so that you can start living that life that you dream of living and stop letting these old programs and these old thinkings and these old emotions continue to get in the way and keep bringing around the things that maybe you're not loving so much. Okay? All right. So send me a DM. I'm going to put a link down below for you to schedule a call with me. And I look forward to talking with you because it is so dang powerful when you learn to tap into your own power. And it's so fun when you start creating all the things that you love so much. And then before you know it, you're living in a totally different life. And everyone around you benefits as well. So I would love to have a conversation, and I hope that you got value out of this. Drop below a big thumbs up or your favorite emoji if you got value out of this. And I look forward to seeing you on my calendar and having a conversation. Talk to you soon. Expect abundance.